Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on another episode of the Liverpool Connection Podcast, Pub Chat. We're at our favorite Irish pub here in Austin, Texas, BD Riley's, after a scintillating 2-1 victory over the Magpies on the road. A man down for 70 minutes. We come back with Nunez, magical Nunez at the very end, scoring 2 amazing goals. Man, I'm still on the high, so I'm joined with Del Cross. Julian, take it away, man, because I'm going to enjoy my beer for a second.
I don't know where to start, so Del Cross, go on, you're good at this.
Look, the first thing you'll say, I suppose, look, 3 points in the bag. You got to give the team a lot of credit for sticking together, chipping away right to the very end, and pulling it out, really pulling it out of fucking nowhere, really. You know, for big portions of that game, we weren't in it, we weren't good enough. But substitutions Klopp made, they come on, they make an impact, and we win the game. Look, that's it.
Hey Julie, let's go back. Let's go over the starting lineup. You know, we had a conversation about this on our preview pub chat. So, were you any surprises with the lineup today?
No, not really.
Not really.
I'm not surprised.
I know that.
I'm not surprised of the lineup he picked. I did think there was an argument to start Nunez, because I think against that Newcastle style defence, it suits him perfectly. So maybe I wasn't surprised Klopp picked that lineup. I was hoping to see Nunez in from the start. Didn't happen, but of course we'll get into the Nunez bit later. But I guess we need to talk about the beginning of the game and Trent Alexander-Arnold and the problems that. We were shocking again at the beginning, and Everton came out. Newcastle came out of the plan to use Gordon on that side.
Yeah, Freudian slip. Freudian slip. You said Everton, but when you see Gordon, you kind of think of Everton.
You do,
and we said that in the preview show that he's their main catalyst, and he was rinsing Trent left and right and back and forth. And he's a good player, but our defense made him look like he was world class, and he's not a world class player. And I'm sorry, Trent had a blinder in the first.
He's not, and
20
I got
minutes.
the first yellow card was harsh. We know the rules. I mean, he threw the ball away. It was kind of ridiculous, but that's part of the new rules, and he gets a yellow. The second one was definitely a yellow, so he was lucky to still be on the pitch, really.
I mean, the reason he doesn't get the second yellow is I'm sure the referee will never admit it, but I'm sure the ref said to him, look, you were very unfortunate to get the first one. The first one was stupid. That should have been a yellow. This is your last chance. Don't do that again.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys say that, and I agree with you. But how is Joe Linton not get a yellow throughout that whole game? He had like about 10 different fouls at different times, and the ref gave yellows for other people that were less than what Joe Linton was doing. Persistent infringement. Our ref at a pretty good level. And after about the third or fourth foul right there that are blatantly obvious that are stopping the play, you got to give a yellow. Never got the yellow. And so I think once again the referees are a little bit biased against Liverpool. But, we go that the first chance, the first goal that they scored, I'm not really sure what happened. Salah plays it back to Trent. He's trying to control the ball. He lets it go under his foot. And it's off to the races for Gordon. It was a good finish right through Alisson's legs. But still, an unforced error on our part, giving up away goals, and it was disheartening.
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, look, we can all, like, any professional footballer can have that moment, right? It happens the best of them. Ball just slips under your foot, just a lack of paying attention, bit of slip of concentration. He was probably playing the ball back to Salah before he actually had the ball in possession. Look, these things happen. That aside, he was poor. He was poor for the first, probably for maybe the entire game. Actually, he struggles with Gordon-esque type players. Those lads that are very direct, fast, quick, that go at him. He tends to, have a poor game, and I think he just needs to be a little bit. He needs to be a little bit cuter at times, and kind of nearly give himself a break. It looks like he gets in his own head. A little bit when that starts to happen to him, and then he kind of it kind of unravels. But look, he wasn't the only one. I thought there wasn't too many lads today that you could say played fucking well.
Yeah, it was.
You know, that's the worry. For me, that's the worrying thing. You know, you give them credit. They came back. It was a good win, good 3 points. You have to give them credit for that. But at the same time, you have to look at that and go, boys, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't anywhere near good enough.
You know, we gave the ball away a lot in bad position. McAllister gave the ball away. Endo gave the ball away. Zoboslai gave the ball away. We just give the ball away in bad positions that put our defense under pressure, right? But then again, you as a professional defender, you should be able to handle yourself 1v1, man. You have to win the 1v1 battles every once in a while.
What about the Verge red card?
Yeah, let's get to that because, you know, they scored the goal. We're 1-0 down. And it was kind of even balanced game at that point. I mean, both teams I don't think were sharp. Both teams were losing the ball in the midfield, making fouls. And then the red card instance. And once again, Gordon is cutting in. He cuts in. Trent has him. He backs off him.
Well, Trent can't make the challenge now, can he? And he kind of pulls away from it.
No.
He should have done better.
Well, the thing
no
is,
doubt at all.
I mean, it's not about even the challenge. It's about not tracking him inside. He drops where there's nobody in that space. Endo has the guy that's making the run. Endo has him. So Trent should be going with him on that.
100%.
He drops off.
You know that's in his head.
It allows Gordon to pick his head up, and he makes a pretty simple pass, to be honest with you. Simple pass, whether it was a red card or not. Your thoughts on that call?
The red card, I don't know. Watching it here in the pub, it's hard to kind of. I didn't really see many of the replays and shit, so it's hard to tell. It looked like it was harsh. I don't think the red card is for the tackle. Right, we all agree. Like it's not for the tackle. It's whether he was the last man and it was a clear goal scoring opportunity. I don't know. I'd have to see it, but I don't. It looked harsh. It seemed like, you know, he'd plenty to say about it as well, which he's not that type of fella, which would tell you in itself that it was probably a harsh red, and now we're going to be without him for 3 games. That's the you know, that's the real killer.
And can we get lucky and it gets overturned again? Is
No.
That one won't get overturned.
So harsh.
But
so harsh.
with instances like that, it affords opportunities for other players. Joe Gomez came in. So that happened at the 28th minute. Joe Gomez comes in. Diaz has to sacrifice because of the red card, which, you know, Diaz has been on form this season so far. So that was, it really cuts a lot of the creativity up top. So Gomez comes in and really, that's right, Jono, that's quite the analysis, tactical analysis from Jono, from all the way from Scotland, by way of Wells Branch, Austin, Texas, with his with his addition here. But, you know, Gomez comes in, and Gomez has had his share of critics, but I thought he played defense very well.
Yeah, he did all right.
You know, playing with Matip as a partnership.
Yeah.
Who Matip has not played this season either.
Yeah.
I know we're only 3 games in, but so you have 2 guys in there that have hardly played.
They did all right.
They did okay, yeah.
They did okay, and I think, I'm not sure Isaac is a number 9 for Newcastle. I think that's something they need to look at. I think he's better coming off the left-hand side. Yeah. He didn't look, you know, Isaac didn't look that great. I thought we handled him pretty well today, but yeah, I mean, the start of the second half was kind of nerve-wracking. Newcastle would definitely.
They're on the front foot.
They're
on the front foot, yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, we look at that, and, you know, Endo ended up playing 60 minutes.
Did all right. Yeah.
He did okay. I mean, he started.
Yeah, did all right.
He played the 30 last game, 60 minutes this game, and it sucks that.
Oh, we need to talk about something involving soccer.
If you want to put any money on anything, wait for Delcross to say something, and then they go opposite. Right? But, you know, so last game, Endo came in. We played with 10 men. He played 30 minutes. Again today, we're playing with 10 men. He played 60 minutes. I think just building up his fitness. And you could tell
40 of those minutes is with 10 men again.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to feel for him a little bit.
Yeah, you do. And I think if you watch him play, he really stays very central, you know, trying to protect that back four. And
it's all very simple, though.
Yeah,
no. He just does the simple things.
He does the simple things, but when the ball comes to his feet, he's not losing the ball in traffic. So I think sometimes that's what you need from that position, right? Just to support transition, front, back, and stop attacks, stop the overloads and things like that, right? So we're talking about so second half we're really on the back foot. Really,
The subs helped actually when he brought Jota, Elliott.
So Elliott,
that helped a little bit.
So Jota comes in, Elliott comes in, and we're all saying, "Where's Nunez? Where's Nunez?" And I'm like thinking, if Nunez can't get in this game, man, what the hell is going on?
We spoke about that
right?
at half time as well, and that, it felt like the perfect game for Nunez to come in, and he took both his goals brilliantly as well.
For a fella that hasn't played,
exceptional finishes.
Hasn't started.
Doing bundles of good as well.
It's funny because the first chance he had that ball over the top, and instead of like pushing the ball forward and running onto it, he tried to cut it back. And I was like, why are you cutting it back when you just push it forward and you're faster than everybody? But the next two times he got the ball, pushed it forward. Center backs couldn't stay with him, and man, he hit a little window on that far post. Both those goals.
That's what he is.
Was so
get him in,
precise.
Get him behind, right? Get him a bit of space. Have him in moments where he doesn't have to think about it too much, and boom, it's gonna. So that's the kind of player he is. So I'm well happy for him.
So we leave Tyneside with the 3 points, 2-1 victory, a man down for 60 minutes, 70 minutes almost with extra time. Right. What kind of confidence does that build for Liverpool to thank you, my friend, to play the last two games with 10 players, and you get 6 points out of that? That's got to be a good confidence boost, right? I mean, it can be detrimental to the psyche of the team.
We've got a little bit of guts to us, right?
Yeah,
we got a little bit of that, which
right?
is good.
It's really difficult to talk about this game because one side it wants to be like we weren't good, right?
No, we weren't.
But as you say, you have to show plenty of character, plenty of guts, plenty of determination to go, stick in the game, hang in there. Got our chances, took them, and walked away with 3 points. That's important. That's good. That's a good foundation for us to move forward.
And it helps when you have the best keeper in the world, right? That save against Almiron. Come on, world-class save. I thought that was a goal. And prior to Nunez's appearance, Alisson would have been our man of the match by far, right?
But we have to. Okay, so we look really open at times. We look like we can concede a lot. The Trent formation, hybrid, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it does work. I mean, we're unbeaten in 14 games, including last season, which is the longest unbeaten run in the league.
That's right.
Even though it's nerve-wracking.
That's good stats right here from Julian.
We're not winning games like 6-0, 7-0. We're winning them by that one goal. It's working to an aspect because we're getting results. But every game passes like, is this working? If we keep winning, we keep getting results, then to me, we need players, no doubt whatsoever. We all know that. Right, we need
if we
more
don't sign a
players
centre
to
back
add.
now.
We need a centre back.
Let's talk about centre back because we brought young man Kwanzaa in.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's a solution to having our centre back, but good for the young lad to be able to come in and preserve the victory. Yeah. I don't think he really did much, but he made nice passes out of the back. He played his position well. But for a young lad to put on the strip and get in a game of this magnitude.
Strip.
Are we allowed to say strip? I don't know.
Yeah, you can. It's just fun.
But you know what I'm saying?
Before, it's good.
But I mean, kudos to that guy to be able to come in there because I thought he was already out on loan, and then here he is playing on the.
I think anyone that came in today, and everybody that came, the 5 lads that came in today played
did really well.
Yeah.
They made a difference.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
And we needed that massively. And
I thought Elliott played well.
Jess! I know that person. Anyway, carry on. Carry on.
It's they made it. That's all you can ask for really with the subs, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, they come in, make a difference.
Hey, this is what you do in live podcasts. You see people walking, you just talk to them, right?
That's awesome.
All right.
Very awesome.
That is very awesome. What a beautiful day out here too.
Yeah.
So but all the changes, they made a difference. Jota made a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, he got the assist. Got kind of lucky on the first Nunez goal, but the Salah's assist on the second one was a perfect pass, right? Yeah. Elliott, when he came in, I thought he played very well. He played, he was making the tackles, and But you could tell this is a team that's building, and to get 7 points out of these first 3 games.
I thought it was interesting, and I know it was a win, and it was an emotional win. Last couple of minute winner. Usually the emotions are high, but I thought it was kind of telling a little bit that Klopp brought everyone down to the fans. Yep. A little bit like, you remember that West Brom one where we drew 2-2 and we always get slagged about.
Yeah, so what's that? Yeah, 9 points. 3, 6, 7 points from 3 games. I think we would have taken that beginning of the season when we looked at the Chelsea away, Newcastle away, Bournemouth home. You'd be happy with that?
Hell yeah! Why wouldn't you be happy with that? I mean, 2 on the road, right? You get 4 points on the road. That's right. And at a team that spent $1 billion on transfers, another team that potentially will spend $1 billion, and they were in and then they're in the Champions League spots. Yeah, of course you're gonna be okay with 4 points on the road at this
6
or 6.
Well, sorry, no, 3, 4 points on the road.
4 points on the road. Yeah, but I mean, if you're not happy about that, I mean, I don't know what you're going to be happy about.
You'd have taken that.
Yeah, of course.
You'd definitely have taken that, and just I think, wouldn't it be great now if we made a couple of good signings?
It would. And
wouldn't
we
that
do.
Change?
We need them, right?
Wouldn't that lift the mood?
Well, the transfer window ends on the 1st, right?
Yeah, week Monday. Yeah.
And so there's still an opportunity there, but there's opportunity for players that don't start on this team to come in and make an impact. Nunez coming in when Jota doesn't start. Man, I'd hate to be a defender and you see Jota come in at the end of a game, or Nunez. Those are quality players. In respect to Diaz, who had to sacrifice himself because of the red card.
They did really well, the subs today. It did make a difference. We did look better when Jota came on and when Elliott came on. And then of course,
I thought Elliott brought some good balance to the team when he came on. He was winning the ball. And it was kind of weird because, Newcastle had pushed so high, wanting to get another goal instead of just managing the game. It was like, and especially when Nunez came in, like if you push that high, Nunez is going to get behind you, man. He's faster than all 4 of your defenders. So it was kind of a weird strategy from Eddie Howe at that point of the game, like 80 minutes on, to play that high a line. Yeah. Why would you do that? I coach here locally, and he coaches over there, so I'm not going to question. But
happy days,
right?
Thank you, Eddie Howe.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have a good track record in his club, and once again, they kind of showed their animosity and mutual respect on the touchline, didn't they? They're they're going after it. I love it. I love when the coaches do that. Fuck it.
Of course.
Let them fight. I don't care.
All right. We move on. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. Please subscribe, put on the notifications, like our channel, and we'll continue to bring you content. And we can't wait for the next game to happen. And we'll bring you your preview show here in the week. But until then, cheers.
Get in your red man.
Cheers.